Okay, guys, I got a video here that I wasn't really planning on doing, but I've been thinking about for a while, and one of the things, especially if you guys are new getting into tools, is you're questioning yourself, what do I get? For long term, if you're a guy who doesn't want to work on your car, plan on working on your car, then I'm not going to tell you to go buy some super expensive tools that you don't need. There's some very simple ones that you can pick up for almost nothing that'll actually do the job for you. And, well, I want to go over this Pittsburgh 9-piece combination wrench set. There's both a metric and an SAE, or standard version, depending on what kind of car you have. And for most people watching this, it's probably going to be metric because that's just the way things are going. So, that being said, let's get into this right now. Right, so here is the part number 42305, and then the SAE version, I think it's just one number off of that. What is included? Well, it's a 9-piece combination wrench set, so you have an open end and you have a box end. And the box end is at a 15-degree angle. Sizes are 7, 8, skips 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, skips 15, and 16 goes 17 and 19. For anyone who's purchasing a car out of Asia, these are going to be the most common sizes you're going to have. Now, is it all conclusive? Absolutely not. But if you have an Asian car, this is going to be pretty conclusive for what you'll ever need to probably touch on it. Now, and I mention this is because this set, I'll be honest with you, made in India. They used to be made in China. The Chinese ones were actually pretty decent, but then they got, I think, too expensive to sell at $9.99, which is what they sell for. Harbor Freight is $9.99. Or if you're today or this weekend that I'm actually filming this, you guys will be seeing this just shortly after. There was a come in and spend X amount of dollars and get these sets free. And they do that quite often with this set. You either get them for free, either for being a member there or for purchasing at something else, or you pay $9.99 for the set. And they're super cheap. They're just going to get you by with regular maintenance. There's nothing fancy or pretty about these. I mean, I do like that they stamp them. And then their size, let me just let you see the 14 here. There's your play on that end, and then your box end. So heavy work with this? No. Light work? You'll be fine all day. It does its job. Chrome vanadium steel. And decent enough inside there. Yeah, a little bad with the flashing on that side, but I mean, for $9, that's what you're getting. So that being said, these are get you out of a pinch, and I actually carry a set of these in my car as a backup. That's actually for my wife's car. And do we ever use them? Honestly, never. Except for on rare occasions, something will pop up and it's like, hey, do I have a wrench for that? Yes, and it's nice because this comes in its own little nice tote. It's got a compression fitting in there that will hold it very tight down once you close it, and you can carry it as you go. Also works good as a junkyard set. If you're in the junkyard looking for parts and you don't want to lose some nicer wrenches that you have in your toolbox, take this set. It'll do probably about 90% of what you needed to do while you're there. If not, fill it in with some others if you need to. But it's worth noting because this is a good set to either get started off on if you are looking to get into tools and you don't want to spend money out the gate, or you have a car or a backup car, extra car, and you are worried about breaking down and not having the proper tools with you. These are good to have, both this and the SAE, depending on what kind of car you have, to carry inside of your car, and they take up a minimal amount of space. It's a good carrying case, for what this is. It holds it in there with a little compression fitting, and it's not too big and bulky. And you can even hook it up on something too. Maybe you have a pegboard at your house or what have you. But and then I'll say finally too, if you guys are interested in, let me know. I could probably do a video as well. But you could take these, and let's say you're in a tight space and you can't quite get to a fastener, and you're out of luck. You've got to find a way to modify this to work. These are the best ones to use to modify. Go ahead, grab yourself a torch. And you will go ahead and get her nice and cherry red. Heat her up. And then you can take it, put it in a vise, or take some pliers and bend it. And if you guys are interested in seeing something like that, let me know. I've done a fair share of bending wrenches to make them work. And these you could do and not feel bad about. If I took, a Snap-on or one of these Milwaukees and heated them up and bent them to work, I mean, if you're in a situation, you're in a situation. There's nothing you do about it. but I'd rather have that on hand to tear that up and either throw it in my toolbox and save it for another job where I know I'm going to need it again down the future, or I could just chuck it if I don't like it anymore. These will do that, and I've done that a lot to these sets over the years. Great little sets to have on hand. You're $10 out, and you don't have to worry about destroying your nice tools that you have in your toolbox. So, yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to share with you guys. I'm sure you guys have done this as well. If you have, please share with us your stories of having to use these Pittsburgh tools. I mean, it's in my history of working on construction equipment, it was always great to find a local nearby Harbor Freight and just quickly go grab some tools to work on something. These were always nice, be it these or the really large sets, the long spanners. These are the best to modify and make work for a project. Or maybe you're just in a pinch. Maybe you're just going down the road and you need something and you're breaking down. Pick up a $9 set. These will get you out of a tight spot. So, anyways, guys, tell me your thoughts. Have you used these before, or do you have a better go-to consumable tool set that you would recommend to the guys on this channel? I'm all ears. I'd love to hear it. And I'd love to hear you guys' stories as well. I think half of the fun in this is actually knowing when you've had to be in a tight spot and use something like this to get out of it. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.